So before I was talking about how being positive every time was essential, like being your biggest fan. And I said this in a previous video that you got to stop being negative. Now today I got to say um, why we got to not forget about our past or our negative past. And and reason I'm saying that is because this is essential to where our growth is and where we are today. So we'll get back to this right after this. Welcome back. So today I just wanted to talk about what our negative past, how we don't need to forget about it, but we don't need to stay in it. So what can we take from our negatives or our things that we didn't like, but what brought us here? So we have to remember what brought us to this point in time right now. And what I like to say is that in recovery, I remember that I didn't wake up as a child in elementary school or in high school saying, I want to grow up to be a full-blown out drug addict, busted up on the street, homeless, and just a complete loser. Right. Why? Because, we want to grow up being something, make lots of money, be famous, or whatever it may be. But we are, I know for a fact that I didn't do that, and I know you didn't do that. So if you're watching this and you are somebody that's trying to get out of the ruts and the evils of addiction and find out how you can grow in recovery, mostly I'm talking about is the mindset. What is a focus on getting to where you need to be? And this is what I use is my mindset, and I'm going to coach as much as I can for others to see if, let's try this. And you know what? Recovery is really good. I just don't want to get off track too much. So today, the topic's about just what part of the negative aspects is important into our positive aspects. So right now, I remember talking about is how that you have to enforce positive thinking. And I know you're thinking, well, Nick, you just said that in a video, but it doesn't work. And I tried that, and if you tried that and you try the positive thinking and you fall short and you think, well, it doesn't work for me because it's just not working. So whatever you're saying is just complete line of BS. But hear me out. Hear me out. I know that positive thinking is a difficult thing to do, and it's got to be in all aspects of our life. If you don't apply it constantly, you will fall back into the negative, your negative self. You're going to fail at what you want to achieve. So what I'm saying is yes, we don't need to forget about where we came from, because I know when I actually got clean and sober, it made me a person who I am today. I never thought that I was going to be a person where I'm going to run videos and talk about these topics. Not only that, but also gain new friends that I know that I can count on and who are now my new family. Now, gaining that is like having a network of supporting members or supporting family members, right? Supporting friends, people who I can count on that's going to be able to lift me up when I need it. Well, and that's the thing too, right? Sometimes you just can't count on others. You do have to count on yourself. In reality, you are your greatest asset. You are the person that you need to count on. You need to count on yourself to be the person that you need to be to get you through the day, get you through that moment, get you through that minute. And it's got to be created by pouring on the positivity, pouring on all the positive energy, just pour it on. You got to tell yourself how great you are, how good you are, and how essential you are to everything else and everybody else and to yourself. You have to be your biggest fan. And I've said that so many times. However, you know what? I'm a unique person of who I am because of the things that I did in my past and where it got me today. So I look at this and I think this analogy I've heard, and we have to understand too, if we all fall short of positivity and decide, well, it's not working and it's not working, so I don't care, right? You have to think in our minds, in our bodies and minds, in our spirits, we're about, look at it this way, 95% negative and 5% positive, because these negative thoughts like, oh, this person just crossed my path, or I was I woke up because the bird outside was chirping too loud. That's a negative. The toaster burnt my toast. That's another negative. Oh, I have coffee grinds in my coffee this morning with my breakfast. That's another negative. These are the negatives that build up, build up, build up, build up until you blow up. You're just full of negative energy. So if you think of your tank as a pitcher or a jug of water, and you put in a negative is dirt, and you pour in the water this dirt, and the water becomes dirty. The more dirty the water becomes, the more negative it is, right? So to get that positive is adding fresh, clean water. You have to think when you're pouring in that clean water into that jug of murky water, or the dirty water, eventually the water will get clean. But you have to do that constantly. You have to constantly add and add more clean water, more abundant clean water than you do the dirt, to get the water to be, or the jug of water to be clean. This is the same thing for our own selves. We need to constantly reassure ourselves and completely take care of ourselves by adding positive energy to ourselves, positive enforcement, constantly, to the point where we become more positive and we'll see the change. These changes don't happen immediately. These changes take time. And the more energy you put into making sure that you're pouring positive energy into yourself, the better it becomes. The more of the positive energy that you put out becomes more prevalent. So this is where I say the analogy of the pitcher of water is a great idea to explain to you that when you get dirty water, the only way you can get that water clean is by adding more and more, and by constantly adding water. And it does take time, because it takes a lot of work. You do have to get off your butt and you have to do the work to do these things. However, it can be done. Positive energy just come rolling and knocking at your front door saying, I'm here and let's take care of you. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in the effort. And that's what I had to do. I was taught that Nick, you have to put in the effort to do the work, or you won't receive the recovery that you're seeking for. And that's all true. Getting away from the dope is one thing, but staying away from the dope is another. So you have to constantly put in the work, because every time you get that dirty thinking, which is a relapse prevention situation, you got to think about is positive thinking, positive enforcement, using the tools of the trade that you've already learned in an early part of recovery when you go into treatment centers, or if you go into recovery homes and all these other places, and then going into meetings, if you go to meetings, or if you go and you hang out with other people or professionals. That is what you got to do. You got the tools. Now you just have to put the effort in to obtain those tools and use those tools to get you through the day or get you through that moment. So I wanted to explain to you how negatives makes us unique of who we are, because like I said, we didn't wake up one day and say, I want to become an addict. That's the career I wanted always. No, absolutely not. But it made me who I am today. It directed me to who my family is today. It directed me to who I'm, my partner in life is, my wife, and my new family, and all those things is unique because the things that I've done in the past. Am I upset? Absolutely not. I am absolutely not upset for the fact that what I did put me here. However, could I have done it differently? Absolutely. Would I have done it differently? I don't know. But what I do know who I am today is what I got to work on today, and it's great. I am a fantastic recovering person that I know is here to help you. That's why I do these videos, and that's why I have a good life today. So that's it for me today. If you gotten any value out of this video, click like. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to help support the channel, subscribe. And you want to catch on to the next video, or see, want to just be ready when the next video comes in, just hit the little bell icon. It'd be fantastic just to show the love. Fantastic. Just remember, recovery is a journey. It's not a sprint. So remember that. Life will be simple. Keep it simple. See you in the next video. Bye for now.